When the movie recaps start, we are shown the time of 50 years ago. There were two twin brothers, Samaritan and Nemesis. They had a different kind of power in them. When people learned of their power, they felt that they would harm them. So that's why people set their house on fire. Nothing happened to the two brothers, because they had a different kind of power within them. Because of this fire, their parents died because they were ordinary people. This event changed the lives of both brothers. The Samaritan felt that his parents had died because of his mistakes. That's why he started helping people and became a good person. But Nemesis didn't think so. He thought that the reason for his parents' death was because of the people in the world. That is why he started spreading evil in the world. He killed any of the people whenever he got the chance. But the Samaritan stopped him, and he came before him every time. Then Nemesis made a hammer to kill his brother, and it was very powerful. This was a weapon that could kill both brothers. One day, Nemesis sets fire to the power plant. Then the Samaritan came to save the people. But in the meantime, the two brothers had a very bad quarrel. Then there was a big explosion. After that, everyone said that both brothers died in the same explosion. Then the story comes in the present, that is, in the present tense. We see a little boy named Sam who was 13 years old. He was a big fan of Samaritan. He thought he was still alive, after which his mother, who went to work, comes to him. He explains all the tasks to Sam during the trip, and also tells him to throw the trash out. Now, when he goes to throw out the trash, he sees that it has been raining heavily outside. Now a Nemesis mark appeared near the trash can. He doesn't like this at all. He makes the Samaritan's mark with his spray paint. We then see an old man. He was Sam's neighbor. Now, as soon as she sees him, she hides behind a trash can. This old man worked for a garbage truck. Whatever he recovered from the garbage, he sold after repairing it. The next morning we see Sam coming home from school. So there was a notice outside his house, because his mother didn't pay the rent for many months. So he goes out and sits down. Then he sees an old man who had a radio. He asks, "What are you going to do about it?" He says, "I will fix it up and sell it." Then he also sees the broken watch in Sam's hand. When he asks about it, he doesn't answer him. Then the old man leaves from there. Then his friend comes up to Sam and says, "Look, if you want to make money, I can help you." She then takes him to the old house, where he steals a lot of things from. Whereupon his friend asks him, "Do you want to earn more money? So I know a gang that commits major robberies." Now he's going after the leader of that gang. Sam tells him, "I want to work with you." Meanwhile, the leader comes and says, "Come with me, we're going to have a shop robbery. You will only be tasked with distracting the shop owner, and we'll take advantage of that, steal his business." Sam does the same. He pretends to hurt himself by putting ketchup on his head. Because of this, the shop owner pays attention to him, and these people steal some boxes from his store. It then arrives at its destination, but the boxes they stole only had tokens in them. Now this associate knew that his boss would be very angry with them, so he puts all the blame on Sam. But Sam tells him, "I did my job very well, and it was your fault." Then the leader's companion and Sam start fighting. Now the leader also came there. When Sam asks, "How old are you?" When he tells his age, the leader is very happy with Sam's work, and she gives him $200. When Sam came home with the money, his mom came too, who said to the owner of the house, "Please let him in. He will soon pay the rent." Then Sam gives the money to the owner of the house he brought. He then opens the lock of the house and leaves, whereupon his mother asks him, "Where did you get so much money?" He doesn't tell her properly and makes excuses afterwards. When he comes out now, he sees the leader he was fighting. He followed him with his companions. Sam runs from them, but they catch him and beat him badly. Even the old man sees them there. First he rejects them when the leader does not reject the leader. So now the old man beats everyone a lot. Looking at him, he seems like he might have some power in him, and he is not an ordinary person. When the leader's companion walks up to him and punches him in the stomach, he gets hurt in return. When he was about to attack him with a knife, then he turns the knife. The leader's companion was terrified. He escapes with all his men. Now Sam had his doubts about the old man, that he is the same Samaritan, and now she starts watching over him. One day he also sees his burnt back. He was then convinced that this old man was the same Samaritan, because the last time people saw him was burning in a fire. On the other hand, the leader of the thieves goes to the police station wearing a police uniform, and he goes to the room where all the evidence was after the bomb went off. He takes Nemesis's mask from there, as well as his hammer. Here we find out that the leader of the thieves was a big fan of him. He also wanted to be like him, a bad person. Now, because he had Nemesis' hammer, therefore, his powers increased. On the other hand, Sam was also keeping an eye on the old man. Now he found out about it too, and he stops Sam from doing it. One day Sam goes to an old man's house where he finds an album, who had news of the Samaritan. Now Sam was convinced that this old man was the same Samaritan. It will bring the album home. Now, when the old man came to his house, his album was missing. He will find out who must have done it. He goes to Sam's house and tells his mother everything, in which his mom tells him to return the album. He says no, I'm a big fan of Samaritan, and he refuses to take the album. In the morning, Sam goes to the old man again, and he says, I know that you are the same Samaritan. This he refuses to accept. On the other side, the entourage of the leader of the thieves brings a car, and he goes after killing the old man. As a result, all of his bones break, and falls unconscious to the ground. Sam thought he was dead. She comes to him, but now his bones are slowly coming together, and he is better and got up. Sam says, I knew you were the same Samaritan. The old man says I have to go home. He comes home and takes a cold shower, and she eats ice cream. Sam asks, why are you doing this? He says, the cooler I stay with the cold, the stronger I will be. If there is even a little heat in my body, my heart will burst and I will die. There, the thief's leader was destroying the world after wearing the mask of Nemesis. He tells everyone I'm Nemesis and I'm back. There was fear in people everywhere. Now this news has also appeared on TV. Once the old man sees the news, he gets very angry. Then Sam comes up to him, and he says, teach me to fight, I want to be like you. Now he's learning to fight there when Sam defeats the old man. He injures his hand. He now takes him to his house and heals him. Sam then asks his brother Nemesis, who was he angry at? He takes Sam out of his house. Now Sam found the leader of the thieves on the way. He takes him to his place. Then Sam sees there that the ringleader has shot a police officer. Because of this he was very afraid, and he runs away from here. He sees his friend on the way. He was beaten by the companions of the leader. He saves his friend. Now he runs away from here but catches Sam, and she beats him a lot. Then the old man sees him. After the leader's companions see him, they run and tell the leader. The man we killed is still alive when the leader sees his car, which the old man broke. Then she says, I want that man at any cost. There, the old man took Sam to the hospital. When he was coming back, then the leader of the thieves catches him, and he starts hitting, but he fights bravely with everyone. On the other side, a man throws a bomb. Seeing this, he saves the little girl from there. He turns the car around and hides behind it. They all stood and filmed their video. Now this video is also broadcast on TV. The old man now decided to leave the city. Even the leader of the thieves knew it. He prepares his team and brings them to his house. As soon as they come to his house, they shoot bullets and destroys his house, but they soon realized that he already left there. He then looks out the window at Sam, who is with mom. Here the leader's companion tells him, this child is closer to the old man. I saw him with it every time. Their leader says take him. Now they want to catch Sam. They leave his mom there and take Sam with them. They're an old man who was waiting for the train at the station. He had Sam's watch on him. He thinks about giving it back. When he goes to his house, his mother cried a lot and told him that some people took my son. He understood that he would be the leader of the thieves. Now he is filling the oil tank in a big truck, and he goes to save Sam. The leader of the thieves planned to destroy the power plant, that the lights of the city go out and these people can steal. Now these people plan to steal. Then the old man brings his truck. Sam is very happy to see. But here the leader of the thieves, he brings Nemesis' hammer, and he says, I will complete the task that Nemesis left unfinished. He knew this was a Samaritan. He says, I will kill you with your brother's hammer. He says, look, let Sam. But the leader hits him a lot with the hammer and says, I'm done with you, Samaritan. He holds a hammer and says, no, what do you think? Am I a Samaritan? No, I'm Nemesis. Bad things start with me. Now we will find out. When two brothers were fighting, the Samaritan died in that accident, and Nemesis was saved. And this old man was Nemesis. After the death of his brother, he thought he wouldn't hurt anyone. But these people brought Nemesis back to life. He kills them all very cruelly. In no time he will spread the corpses open and detonate his oil tanker as well, which caused the fire. When he goes to Sam, he sees the leader of the thieves tied him up. Now the leader also calls his men to interrupt the lights of the city. Because of this, people start robbing banks in the city, and murders happen everywhere. People start killing each other. When Nemesis goes to save Sam, there was a fire. The leader of the thieves attacks him. She beats him a lot. Because of the heat of the fire, Nemesis's condition was deteriorating. His heart starts beating fast. When the thief leader takes advantage of it, he gets beat up a lot. Sam also attacks him from behind, but the leader also catches Sam. Once Nemesis sees this, he catches the leader and beats him badly and throws him into the fire. He is dying for it, but now because of the fire, Nemesis's condition was also deteriorating. That's why Sam breaks the water pipe there. Because of when cold water falls on Nemesis, his condition is improving. Then he sees that the whole building was about to fall, picks up Sam, and quickly jumps to the other building. Sam tells him, "You are always a Samaritan to me." He says, "Yes, I will be a Samaritan." Now the police also come there and they ask what happened. Sam says, "A Samaritan saved me." Everyone is surprised to hear this. And now the old man, Nemesis, is walking toward the city. Save human lives, because he also became a good person like his brother the Samaritan. And he left bad things behind. And this is where the story recap ends.